It's a glorious day. It's summer. I lost weight. I don't know about the weight because I didn't have a scale. I don't own a scale still. So I don't know how much weight I lost. But about 7 size I lost. How I did it? Keeping that weight off for the last 2 decades. I'd like to talk to you about this. How long did you keep the weight off after you lost weight? Leave a comment below. I want to know. Nearly 65% of dieters return to their pre-dieting weight within 3 years. According to a Wells score sponsored by Stanford University, is even worse. Only 5% of people who lose weight on crash diet keep the weight off. Only 5%. That's how hard it is to keep the weight off. So this is a story about keeping my weight off for last 20 years. It's not the advice. I think you can find some tips you can apply on your life. So at the end, I will share what I do on a daily basis. Stick around. I came to Canada. I was 30. Still struggling to find myself. I wasn't very comfortable with my own skin. As a ESL student, my cash was short. So I stick with just one coffee. Venti, of course. Venti, yes. It's the biggest size at the Starbucks, but it was only one, not 2 or 3. I drank it before noon, so I could sleep okay at night. I stick with the water. I drank a lot of water. I still do. Then I realized my whole lifetime suffering, constipation is gone. I didn't know my constipation is caused by dehydration. That was the beginning of my weight loss journey. And there's something else I like to talk about. I had this burping frenzy. I had to burp out all night long. So one day I decided to get rid of this burping business. I noticed that some food makes me burp more than other food, which is beef, pork, green apple, raw carrots, and onions, rice. Yes, I'm Korean, but rice bothered me. Still till these days. What else? Gluten-free product. Of course, they use a lot of rice in them, and there's certain things they put it even though without the rice. Gluten-free product bothered my stomach and makes me burp. And the coconut, those are the causes. And because of that, I wanted to sleep. I really cut off any snacks after dinner. So I didn't eat after dinner. But after that, I stick with not eating because my stomach needs rest. That I still keep this. And I work out regularly. And one day, colleagues at work telling me that, hey, you should go get a new pair of pants. I asked, why? And she said, your bum looks very sad. It's very sad, an old man's bum. So I went to shopping to get some new pair of pants. At that time, my size was bigger side of 7. I asked for 7, too big. I thought the lady at the fitting room made a mistake. I asked another one, and she said, no, this is a 7. And she looked at me, maybe you should go for a smaller size. So she brought me a 4 or 5. I don't know how the size goes. Still, that was too big. I lost my weight. I didn't realize that I lost that much. I didn't struggle. That was 20 years ago. Now, what do I do every day, daily basis? I work out every day. 6 days a week, 30 to 50 minutes. I drink a ton of water. How much, you ask? Gallon of water is my goal. So I 3.7 liters a day, little more than 15 glasses of water. I drink coffee and chocolate, anything caffeine in it, I finish it before noon. I like to keep the sleep schedule as sound as possible. I wake up most of the mornings around the same time, 6:30. Used to be a 5, not anymore, haha. Because we are in lockdown, I don't need to drive around. And I do measure my food. My focus is 24 ounces of protein a day. I want to know how much I eat. if I eat enough of protein, whatever that is, yogurt, eggs, lamb, pork, beef, chicken, fish, when I have enough protein, not just to recover fast from the workout, I don't have much of a cravings. Oh, did I mention it? Burping disorder, whatever that is, I don't know if there is anything. Since I have children, that changed. I started to eat steak and pork chop, and raw carrots still bother me. Apple, green apple, still a little bit if I eat a lot. But most of the food I got back to, not the rice, not the gluten-free product. Coconut still bother me a little bit. So those things I limited, but I don't burp as bad as it used to be. And I measure veggies too, no less than 4 cups a day. I eat fat, all kinds of nuts and avocado sometimes. It's good for you. This is a misconception about the healthy fat. You have to eat something healthy food. People are doing too much. You have to know how much it is allowance for the day. I have to make another video of this. How much fat is enough for you to keep the weight off, but keep your brain healthy, right? I eat carbs, 2 servings. So I eat fruits. To measuring macro, actually it works. It helps me to know how much I'm eating. That's your guidelines. If you find that something it works for you, stick with it. I do interval training. I do lift heavy, and I limited alcohol intake 1 or twice. So my goal is 12,000 steps a day. Again, I like to talk about sustainability, right? This one has to be not the destination. How to keep the weight off. So I needed something I don't feel deprived. Cheat meal, enhance the word. Not the cheat day, it's a cheat meal. So Friday night, we go all out, full out and big. Pizza, hamburgers, and then we go out for the restaurants, and I drink some alcohol, cheesecake, popcorns, you name it, we bring it in. But it is a cheat meal. But most important thing is the day after. So next day, you have to come clean. That's the hard part. Start with the protein.
And stick to the plan. Repeat.
So that's it. I'm glad I get it out. What is the most hardest thing when you try to lose weight? Leave a comment below. I like to talk about it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.